Nintendo is causing fireworks all over this fine land, and it seems like they are about to explode the internet once again. What's going on, everybody? It's Zach from Switchforce. Gabe is here, and another rumor has reared its head, this time from a Ubisoft employee. This guy here works at Ubisoft Montreal as a lighting and 3D animator. His Twitter handle is UbiPandaroo, at TW_Phantom Lord. And before we get into his new rumor, let me say that he has credibility because he tweeted about the Direct hours before it dropped. This January 11th mini Direct that we just had that came out of nowhere, he was tweeting about it. And obviously there was privileged some knowledge given that Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle made an appearance. He tweeted a picture of a rabbit with like a gigantic explosion and said soon. He said it will explode like 6 hours or so before the Direct came out. So this guy is recently leaking actual information. And the news today is that he says, something will happen in some days. Please be sure to be ready for that. Hashtag Nintendo, which is insanely vague. So he comes back and says, warning, I don't say anything for the moment, and I don't say it's related to Ubisoft at the moment. Something related to Nintendo is coming. Stay tuned for more information in a few days. Internet is going to explode again. Thoughts?
All right, Zach. First of all, I do want to mention this because we see every single comment out there. We feel the same way that you guys do about these leaks and rumors, right? There's a lot of them. And some people think it's exciting. Some people might not think it's exciting. But to me, this is hype, Zach. This is definitely hype. I want to dig into it a little bit because there's a multiple things it could be. Could it be the Emily Rogers thing that she was talking about, right? The timeline is kind of adding up a little bit.
I feel like it has to be.
Right? But he also
Something
says that he's not saying it's related to Ubisoft at the moment. Like, what does that mean? Like, maybe, could it be South Park? We've seen rumors of that. There was a listing for South Park Fractured But Whole coming on March 18th, something like that. Could it be that? Like, there's so many little possibilities, and there's so many leaks and rumors. Nintendo needs a real-life plumber. I know Mario's not a plumber anymore, but maybe he should be.
Maybe he should be. Yeah, I feel like him saying it's not. I'm not saying it's related to Ubisoft. It's kind of him just covering his butt. I don't know if it necessarily means that it is. But remember, the reason he knew about the Direct was because of the connection to Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle and the Donkey Kong DLC. So this lighting 3D animator who worked on Ghost Recon Wildlands and Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, he says now in his bio, it says now I'm working on a new project. I feel like he's not like, it's not like he was over at, his friend's house who works for Activision and he saw the call. Like, I don't think it's that kind of a thing. I think it does have to be Ubisoft related. But then my question is, how does that fit into Emily Rogers' statement that seemed to be pointing towards something casual in a YouTube video drop? Unless we misinterpreted what she was going for, and instead she was leaning more in the direction of third-party announcement on Thursday that didn't have anything to do with casual whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to interpret this because it's coming from multiple sources at this point. Something is happening this week that we can safely say. It's just about what it is and how big or exciting it is. And it's, and I said this recently in other videos, it's easy to get super excited, right? But you got to keep that in check a little bit because that excitement often leads to disappointment if you build up a little too much in your head. So I hope you guys are tempering your expectations as much as possible. And then if something awesome happens, then great, be super excited. But for now, I'm thinking there's a connection with the Emily Rogers thing. There's no way.
There has to be.
There's no way it's South Park then, because Emily did say it was like more like casual, family friendly type thing. That's not South Park.
And I don't think South Park, a re-release of South Park makes the internet explode.
No. And is he just speaking in hyperbole, or is it gonna like literally be something huge? It's hard to know.
And what is the degrees of insider knowledge? Emily Rogers says, if there is any announcement this week, don't automatically assume that it will appeal to core Nintendo fans and older gamers. Does that necessarily mean that she knows exactly what it is, or that she's just heard rumblings of what it could be, and she's saying, well, I know it's not like, Pokemon, so I'm going to say it's not, core Nintendo fans. Could this be something like, hey, he got wind of Ubisoft porting Assassin's Creed to the Switch? Would that be a internet explode, being able to take, AC on the go? Is it another crossover in the same vein as Mario plus Rabbids? Is it, Ubisoft has done a lot of casual stuff in the past. Could it be, could these line up perfectly and it's some sort of attachment that is connected to a casual Ubisoft game and he's just hyped about it?
Yeah.
There's so many options.
And I guess that's the wonderful thing. And guys, we're just reporting this and there's a lot of people that are really into this. Apologies for those of you who are not, but it's for me. I get excited, but again, it's tempered excitement, and I hope you guys follow along. Regardless of what it is, though, I believe we're going to be there covering it for you guys no matter what. So stay tuned.
Absolutely. And it's kind of just like the new MO, in the same way that Scribblenauts Showdown got announced and it comes out in less than 2 months. This sort of hype thing and this Twitter, Reddit, I feel like Nintendo at some level has embraced it. They're very aware of it, given the tweets with the hot dog guy and Chibi Robo on fire. They're very, talkative with 111 characters in the Direct on 111. They're very aware of utilizing social media and the Nintendo fandom and its, love, hype, insanity, whatever you want to say, to their advantage. And so I think we may have to get used to this. I think this may be, and not only for Nintendo, but maybe other companies will adopt as well, more of this style of sort of stirring the pot. Why have a big event when you can just go and make some cryptic tweets and get people talking all over message boards and all over social media? So I think you may have to buckle in on this one and just taste the rainbow, because this could be the flavor of the next few years.
For sure.
With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Something seems to be coming from Nintendo this week. We will have you covered, like Gabe mentioned, so make sure to subscribe, stay up to date on all the latest and greatest from the Switch, and all of these rumors, hypes, little tidbits, leaks, whatever you want to call them. We will be sleuthing our way through as many as we can to bring you the goods and the information as honestly and truthfully and grain of salty as we can. I feel like this one deserves a lot of grains of salt. Because of the fact that there are multiple people on the Reset Era thread, and now this Ubi guy. Where there's smoke, there's fire, and I hope that fire is exciting. I mean, this guy says it's going to explode the internet, so we shall see. Stay tuned. Till that time, thanks so much for watching today. For myself and Gabe, we love you. Switch Force, out.